Hey guys, welcome back to our new video from Fans Era. This is Ashish and today we are going to discuss about Tom Cruise, how he has started his career and what are the challenges that he faced, some interesting facts and lot more. Tom Cruise is arguably the most good-looking movie star on the silver screen. Even though Tom Cruise is over 50, he has maintained his appearance and looks ever so dashing even now. He was born in Syracuse, New York on 3rd July 1962 and kicked off his film career quite early in his life in 1981, and he is part of film industry for nearly 4 decades. Tom Cruise's full name is Thomas Cruise Mapother IV. Let's have a look at Tom Cruise's appearance. He is 170 centimeters tall. He has green colored eyes, brown hairs, and his zodiac sign is Cancer. Tom Cruise has matured into an actor, star with a penchant of performing death-defying scenes all by himself. He's most famous for Mission Impossible movie franchisee. In this series, that is now 6 movies old, he has played the role of Ethan Hunt, a point man for Mission Impossible Force, aka IMF. Due to his charming personality, Tom Cruise has remained very popular amongst women from the very beginning of his tenure in Hollywood. The list of his girlfriends is endless and may take up to entire space. Let's take a quick look at the list of his girlfriends. One of the Cruise's breakout movies was 1983 film Risky Business, and that was partially because of the chemistry he had with on-screen love interest Rebecca De Mornay. Well, turns out that two may have actually dated for a couple of years after starring the movie together. Back in 2008, the famous Cher revealed that in 1986, both she and Cruise actually had a fling. Despite their 16-year age difference, Cruise seemed to always find himself attracted to older women in his younger years, so this shouldn't be too shocking. Oh yes, Tom Cruise's first wife, actress Mimi Rogers, the woman who actually introduced him to Scientology. Mimi and Tom were married in 1987 and ended up divorcing in 1990. Melissa Gilbert has also dated Tom Cruise in 1980s when he was a rising star. Tom Cruise has dated Heather Locklear back in 1982. We wish there was actually more to know about this handsome couple, considering that both are stunning good looking, but this is before they were really known in Hollywood. While his marriage to Katie Holmes and Nicole Kidman might have been high profile, so was his long relationship with actress Penelope Cruz. Because Cruise and Cruise met on the set of the 2001 thriller Vanilla Sky and dated for over 2 years. The rumor was that they were going to get married, but that never panned out and the two parted. If you are a fan of Netflix's Orange is the New Black, you would know the actress Laura Prepon. She has a famous works, but what you may not know is Prepon is also a Scientologist and went on date with Cruise back in 2013. There are some women he has dated that are kept under wraps, like Sofia Vergara for instance. Rumor has they dated in 2005 after meeting at a Will Smith party. Tom Cruise met his second wife on the set of Days of Thunder in 1990 and married the same year. Nicole Kidman was an up-and-coming actress at the time, and her relationship with Cruise really helped her career take off. Cruise filed for divorce when Kidman was pregnant in 2001 and she ended up miscarrying. Later in 2005, Tom Cruise hooked up with Katie Holmes, another popular actress from Hollywood. An interesting tidbit about Katie Holmes is that as a kid, she was so fascinated by Tom Cruise after watching Top Gun, she even told her friends she will marry him one day. And amazingly, her dream came true in 2006 when they tied the knot. Both had a daughter together, who they named Suri. However, their wedding fell apart in spectacular fashion when Katie Holmes decided to divorce him. There were many speculations about the separation. Many believe that it was Tom's desire to initiate Suri into Scientology, which was not approved by Katie and became the cause of their divorce. Before moving further, let's take a sneak peek at Tom Cruise's personal details. Tom Cruise was born in a Catholic family and had a strong belief in Christianity. He wanted to be a priest in church in his younger days, but after his marriage with Mimi, his belief in Scientology grew. Tom Cruise grew up as a dyslexic and had a problem in reading, but according to him, Scientology helped him get rid of his childhood problem. Tom Cruise is a very adventurous person and loves activities like skydiving and scuba diving. Not only he has flown planes in real life, but he can also do that in real life. The adventurous spirit also reflects in his moves, in which he almost always performs his on-screen stunts. He even broke his ankle while performing one of his stunts in the movie Mission Impossible Fallout, but still managed to complete it. Before we move ahead, let's talk about his childhood. He was born in a relatively poor family and had a difficult childhood. In his words, he has described his father as a bully who used to beat him and his three sisters. In 1971, Tom Cruise and his family moved to Beacon Hill, Ottawa, in Canada, where his father was recruited by Canadian Armed Forces as a defense consultant. In Canada, he studied in two different schools and was introduced to acting in dramas. When Tom was in 6th grade, his mother left his father and moved to the US. Along with her children, she married a man named Jake South in 1978. Due to all the frequent changes and lack of stability in his life, Tom could never settle in a school and had attended 15 schools in his childhood. Although Tom Cruise contemplated becoming a priest and had other professions in his mind, he finally decided to become an actor and moved to New York. When he was only 18, he signed up with a talent and sports agency by the name Creative Artist Agency and had played small roles in movies like Endless Love, Taps, and Outsiders. These roles got him started in his career and later bagged leading roles in All the Right Moves and Risky Business. But he became a household name only after playing the leading role in Top Gun in 1986. His character Maverick was a blend of eccentric charm and superhuman flying skills and became an instant hit amongst the movie fanatics. Top Gun made Tom Cruise a global superstar and followed it up with The Color of Money, in which he played a pool hustler along with Paul Newman. Expectations grew so high amongst Tom Cruise fans, he was even criticized for a decent movie like Cocktail, which grossed enough to get the distributors their fair share of fortune. He was the safest movie star to work along with in the 80s and 90s because everybody knew that Tom Cruise movies would always earn more than what was spent on them. In the mid-90s, Tom Cruise got involved in the super spy action franchise Mission Impossible. It brought out the real passion inside Tom Cruise for adventure and entertaining audience. Despite Tom Cruise's height was only 5 feet 7 inches, he became a giant in action movie universe. This movie franchise is still going strong and we are awaiting its next installments in coming years. A lady killer who never won an Oscar. Jerry Maguire was one of his most memorable romantic movies, in which he romanced Renee Zellweger and left every woman in the world swooning for him. He even got a Golden Globe along with nomination for an Oscar for this movie. Unfortunately, he did not win an Oscar then and still hasn't won it after receiving another Oscar nomination for Magnolia in 1999. He is probably the most successful and talented actor to never win an Oscar, but we all expect it to change in the coming years. After establishing himself in the industry, Tom Cruise has done movies in different genres and gained the love and admiration of his fans. He has portrayed the role of sexy vampire in Interview with Vampire and played the lead in World War Movie 2, Valkyrie. He has lived the life of charismatic sports car driver in Days of Thunder. Tom Cruise also has many amazing sci-fi movies to his name like Edge of Tomorrow, War of the World, and Vanilla Sky. It's very difficult to bracket Tom Cruise in a particular niche. He has a penchant for surprising his fans with his new avatars. Before we come to the end of this video, let's talk about Tom Cruise's net worth. His net worth is currently estimated at staggering $570 million in 2020. When we put into perspective that he started his journey with only $50,000 for his role in Taps and $75,000 for portraying high school student in 1983's risky business, he has surely come a long way. In 2015, he has earned $25 million for portraying the role of Ethan Hunt. In 2020, his annual income is estimated at $60 million. We hope that information we shared through this video provided you new insight about Tom Cruise and answered many of your questions. As a fan of star ourselves, we would like you to share a personal favorite memory of Tom Cruise in the comment section. To gain more authentic and interesting information about your favorite Hollywood celebrities and discuss about them on this channel, visit our website fansera.com and our social media channels. Hit the subscribe button and never miss an update. Thank you for watching this complete video. Stay safe and healthy.